I was going to work about 6 years ago, and I saw this going down the road, and I fell in love with her. It's like a love at first sight type of car, and so I told the guy to pull over, gave him hand signals, and he said it was for sale, like everything's for sale. So we negotiated a price. It took a couple of weeks, and we were both happy with it. And she's been my baby for 6 years now. Sure, not a part I don't love, every rusty little bit. Let me tell you what it is, though. It's a 1952 Chevy Suburban Carryall. And people ask me, is it like the year they first made them? Actually, they were made in 1933 for the first time. So they're very rare. I've never actually seen another one on the road. I've seen them in like auctions and in magazines and on the internet, but I've never seen another one. But people always tell me, they always say, my grandpa had one of these, and we used to go fishing in one, or they family picnics in them. Quirks, it's got a million quirks. I like the fact that the door doesn't always close every time. It's one of them. I like that I'm always having some kind of mechanical difficulty. It makes it adventurous and challenging. Let's see, things have happened lately with it are like my rear axle kind of went out of whack, and I was wondering why it wasn't driving so good. It turns out that when they had rebuilt the framework and put the axle on, they had used a U-bolt so it could get lowered, and it came loose, and my left rear wheel went all the way to the back of the wheel well. Kind of noisy. So my greatest passion, when I was a kid, when I watched television, I used to like to imitate the actors. And then I started doing the theater, like in high school. Did a couple of plays there. The first one I did was Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's Court. And that was by Mark Twain, and it involved this guy who went back in time to King Arthur's Court. I got to play King Arthur, so it was kind of fun to be the boss for a change. That was the first one, and I went on to years of community theater, and then eventually I got into professional theater and did commercials, a lot of voiceover work, television commercials, a lot of stage. Secondarily, I am an artist, and I always liked doodling around when I was a kid, and those things were set aside for a while when I grew up and had to make a living. I couldn't do it in the arts so well, so I had to give them both up for a while. And now that I'm retired and enjoying my life totally, I'm back on at least the art scene right now. So. Oh, I also modeled when I was younger and better looking, and I had one cover. I'm very proud to say, I was on the cover of Pest Control Technology, just shining with my little squirt bottle and all that kind of stuff, looking so professional. I wiped out termites. I love people watching. That's it. I don't do much environmental stuff, but I love to watch people and look for the little quirks and see what I can do with them. It's always, they call it figurative drawing. I'm a sketcher, by the way. I do a little drawing, but primarily I'm a sketcher. If I can do something in a minute, I'm very happy. If I can wrap it up within 5 minutes, I'm still very happy. This one is, what are you looking at? That's the way I felt. And this is just a cool lady, I know. That's it. Oh. And that's a ghost in a snowstorm. And this one is also kind of an old biddy. And she says, look at that couple. I've never seen anything so ridiculous. Oh, here we go. Here's a fun part. Wait, yeah, okay. Over here, I have some pets. Here's one of them. This is my invisible monkey, sitting right in the back. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I love these. I love my monkeys. And then this is something, see, they actually put carry-all back here with stick-on letters. That gives it class. This is a unique tail light, because when the tail comes down, so does the tail light, and it can actually be seen at that angle level with the road. Oh, here we go again. Well, why did I fall in love with the car? Because it's beautiful. It's just got all the right lines from that era. They don't make cars like that anymore. This thing is metal, so you can dent it, but not like you can if it's plastic. You have to pop it out later. I mean, this is a solid car. It's got all the nice round features. I love it. It's a shame they don't do this today. Everyone loves these things.